I had a great opportunity to visit the farm of Christian Michaud in Bouctouche yesterday. The Provincial Department of Agriculture organized the event, and there were a lot of people there, farmers and government. It's nice to see how others do it and also to talk with our friends and colleagues who also grow food. You may remember from the spring, we seeded oats and peas. With it, we seeded a clover alfalfa grass mix to return this field to a grazing and hay field. And at one point I was quite concerned because the alfalfa and the clover was growing up underneath the oats, and I thought it might spoil the oats. Well, we got a good harvest of oats off it. That's in the tank, and it's been in the tank now for a better part of a month. But I wanted to show you what came up underneath. This is alfalfa. This one type of clover. This is another type of clover. There's some grass in there. And you still see the straw stubble. So what'll happen here is the straw stubble will tend to collect snow and cut down the wind and help this new crop of alfalfa and clover and stuff weather the winter better. The more snow cover stays on it, the less the frost goes in the ground, and the better it will survive. One of the lower fields gets its water from a line that we run out of a small stream. The small stream runs year-round, but it runs very slow this time of year. And so it's hard to collect enough water to go down our pipe, and we're running low of water down in that field. The cows are going to be down in a couple of days, so I'm headed up into the woods to check this and see if I can encourage a little more water down the pipe. I'm following the pipe up the stream bed. You can see there's water here, but there's not a lot. I've got a hole at the base of my catcher pipe, so I know there's lots of water in there. Now sometimes I can have trouble with an airlock in the main hose running down. The air wants to rise, the water wants to go down, and the two combat each other and you get nothing. So I'm going to have to work it down through and make sure the air's worked out of it. Something has chewed on the pipe and bitten holes in it. And when that happens, a little bit of air gets in and it stops the system. And now I'm back at the field and success. So the water is running clear across this field in this little pipe from that stream, and it's coming out very well. This allows us to have water for the animals while protecting the stream. So the alternative is to let the animals get to the stream, but then they manure in it and they muck it and all of that. Doing it this way, the animals have water and the stream is preserved. I'm checking winter carrots. They're looking nice. Our guys did a good job of weeding them. I'm also checking for any deer damage, and it appears that the deer fence is working. Kirsten asked me how many pumpkins we were going to have so that she could have a feel for how to deal with them at the store. You can see the leaves are just dying down and the pumpkins are starting to shine through. Most people aren't concerned about whether a pumpkin's organic or not if it's going to sit on the front step. So we just grow enough to have some color at the store. There's quite a few here. I love to see that. Love the bright orange colors. And my bird of the day is a greater yellowlegs. It's a big kind of sandpiper. We get them occasionally here on the river, but they're much more common along the coast. And so when I was in Bouctouche visiting Michaud's farm, I took the scenic route and got this little video of these guys feeding in the water.